Okay, Coach Finn here. Finishing up the first few videos on the defensive side of things. We're going to start to kind of put things together, putting it together, the basic package, Chalktalk 34. So where we pick up the action here is, let's say one has just intercepted a pass, but down in here. So immediately 2 is going to break out here, and 3 is going out here. And what I want to get to is a quick transition. In this case, we'll just do a stop and pop with our preferred shooter. The ball goes in. The team knows that they're going to be in 41, or the basic full court package. And we're going to assume that we do not get a turnover, but they break the press. And we're going to carry it all the way back into the half court. So here we go. 1 starts to bust out here, but they're not yet at the half court zone. So these are the zones where we want to throw it ahead. 2's down here. They come right in here, and let's just say everybody's kind of getting down by around here by now. Ball goes up, nothing but net, and then we are into our, let's say they got themselves all set up. 5, immediately ball goes in. 5 goes to take away the middle with his hands. In this case, 2 and 3 are just going to bust in here to take away the middle. Force these guys to a side. 4 is going to pop back. That's their job. 5 and 4 are the keys in 41. The team's calling out 41. The bench is calling out 41. And 1's floating in here to become a gapper. And I'm going to go ahead and take these guys off for now. All we care about is what we're doing. And let's say we've effectively forced the pass over here. Great trap, great trap. They're going to start to gap. Maybe try to steal that pass. 1 comes in, and there'd probably be someone up the side and someone here. So 1's kind of reading the eyes. Can I take it there or take it there? Let's say they, probably something like this. But they get it in, and they step through our double team, and the ball hits middle. Now we are into getting up the court. The ball's in the middle, it's in the belly of the court, and we immediately as a team have responses. Either 1 starts to shoulder this guy all the way and guide him all the way to 4, while 2's busting out and 3 sees this guy, and they're thinking we're going to be chasers while he's shouldering. As these guys are coming up, 5 and 3 are busting up to lock down with these guys if they stop, because we don't want them to get the ball back out. We are letting it come. So you can shoulder, or if 1's close, they got it in the middle, 1 can come up and try to back tap, shoulder. If they're too far ahead, you're hunting as a chaser. Let's just say they tried to back tap and then couldn't get to him, so he just kind of started to continue to shoulder him in. But he sees 4 doing his job real well. 2 is going to try to come in here and steal it. And then 1 breaks off as you get to 4 to do that. But let's say it didn't break off soon enough, and the ball is shot over to here, and 4 is coming here. We want to go into our 41 stay, but we're not going to call out 41 stay. Just 3 and 5 now know that they're in lockdown mode. We don't want that ball to come back out in the half. So they're still sprinting. They're sprinting. But let's say they do kind of sit here and stop. Now we get into a zone where 1 can try to get in here while 4 welcomes it to come or challenges a shot. if they decide to do that. But if we got a nice lockdown going on here, let's say it's thrown kind of over to here, or they dribble out to here. Now we get into the half court desire of we have sprinted to chase, to be good safeties, to either back tap and force a turnover, or shoulder them and then break off. We've come in and we're not really setting up with particular people. We're just trying to lock down, not let it back out. But let's say it's over here and they dribble out here. Two closest guys set a great trap. And now we get into our trap stuff. Let's say they just kind of keep coming on down. They keep coming on down. They put someone in the middle. They're over here. So what do we want to do regardless of where you're at? Well, we had 4 back, so they're going to become a gapper. 5 wants to take away the lag, pass back out. And what's missing? 2 has got to see that we want to step in here and maybe steal a pass as it's coming so we can go off to the races again. If we have a very good trap, what's going to be hard to see because his number 3's hands are going to be high and taking away middle vision. It's going to be hard to throw over the top. Okay, but let's just say they somehow one-handed throw it over the top. Whatever our response is, see if you can figure it out. 2's here. All right, 4 starts to fly over here. You're now jumping into here. 2 and 4 might come flying over, set the trap. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to gap and take away, lock down and take away the out. So 4 starts to fly over here. Well, 5 knows I don't want it back out. And 3 is starting to hunt between these two, gapping it. 1 could come up behind or float over the top based on how good the trap is. If the trap's kind of weak, you might realize they could go over the top. If we get them good in a corner, lock down and get serious, you know. And these are the ways that we're trying to force them to take a shot or make a mistake. So you have to just know and read each other as a team between traps and closest gaps, lockdowns, communicating. You know, 1's saying I got middle, 3's I got low, 5's locked down. You just whatever comes in your mind, be loud and communicate to each other. So that's kind of putting things together. Now I want to show one more thing just as a team. So what I did on that one was our responses when the ball gets broken into the belly, and then how we're trying to prevent the ball back out and re-trapping and gaps. One other thing I wanted to cover is we make a shot, they take the ball out, 5 knows his role, 4 knows his role, then 1, 2, and 3 are kind of communicating. But let's say they run it over here and we've effectively not let them get in the middle and the ball comes here and 5 is following around, and so boom, we now got a solid trap, at least for the moment. 1's either taking away lag or reading the eyeballs. If there's somebody around, 3's gapping, imaginary, you know, we're imagining people here. 4's reading how good the trap is. Is it something that somebody's going long where we could throw over our head? I'm more conservative and back. Or we really got them good, I'm going to come up and help and really hunt for mistakes. But let's say it's not a very strong trap, and these guys are saying gap, 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 they're trap. They're just saying these words out loud just so we know what we're doing. But all of a sudden the dribble escape gets right up the sideline. Well, start to shoulder them. 2 should start to shoulder them and know that 3 could cut in. 4 now, or 1 now knows these guys are, you can see them trying for a trap. If they broke our press and got into the middle, then it's a whole nother ball game. We're into chasers, we're into safety, we're into back taps and lockdown mode as we get there. But let's say they're up the middle, up the sideline. Let's go for another trap and just shoulder them and lead them to them and go to the trap together And then what are these guys' responsibilities? It's a dead sprint to get into gap mode, looking around and trying to steal passes of where they're trying to go, not allowing things to come back. So these are the principles of putting the gasoline on the fire out of our defense and the energy it takes to then get turnovers or quick bad shots, contested shots, so that we can keep going again and doing the same thing over and over again will really grind teams down. Okay, take care.